Good morning, students. Today we will study a poem from the book First Flight, the Ball Poem. This poem is written by John Berryman. So, first of all, let's know about this great poet. John Berryman was born on 25th October 1914 and died on January 7, 1972. He was an American poet and a scholar, and he was born in Oklahoma. He was a major figure in American poetry in the second half of 20th century. His best known work is The Dream Songs, and in 1965 he won Pulitzer Prize for poetry. Actually, John Berryman's father had shot himself dead when he was just 11 years old. After undergoing this psychological pain in his life at a tender age, the poet was haunted by his father's death for the rest of his life and thus wrote about his struggle to come to terms with it in much of his poetry. Actually, after this great loss of his father, he was haunted by his father's death, and in most of the works, most of the poems, he has written about the struggle that he faced. The Ball poem is one such poem which teaches us an important lesson of life, how to stand up in the face of loss and grief and then carry on with life. So now let's read the poem. This is the poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What, what is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over, there it is in water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls, balls will always be lost, always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know and must know many days how to stand up. Actually, in this poem, ball is a metaphor for all the person and things that we love and are irreplaceable. So, now we will study this poem stanza wise, and we will look for the different literary devices and the word meanings also. So, note down all the word meanings in a notebook. Now, the first stanza. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over, there it is in the water. Actually, in the first stanza, a boy is shown who is playing with the ball. But the ball was merrily bouncing, jumping in the street, and then suddenly the ball went into the water. So now, in the first line, the question is there, what is the boy now? What will the boy do now who has lost his ball? What he will do? Now, the poet was standing actually near to the boy, and he saw that ball was happily jumping down the street, and then suddenly it went into the water. So now the ball was a dearly prized possession of the boy. He said that the ball was bouncing, jumping up and down into the street, but it skipped from the hands of the boy and got lost in the water. So this is the first stanza. And if you can see that first two lines are beginning with the same word. that is what. So this is a device used here is anaphora, and you can see in the next lines also merrily. So this is also anaphora. If the first words are the same for two lines, this is anaphora. So now let's read the next stanza. Now this is there that how can the loss of the boy's ball be compared to human life? Now how it is compared? It is a simple incident. Balls, they are quite cheap and they can be easily lost. Okay, and one can easily replace with a new one. But how it is compared to a human life? Actually, the loss, it is not the loss of the ball, but it is interpreted as the pain of human life. Just like the boy watches his ball got lost before his very eyes, human beings too are forced to watch helplessly as time snatches away their loved ones. It is not about the ball, it is a metaphor for life, that people who lose their loved ones in their lives. Human beings, they they just see before their eyes losing their loved ones. So first stanza is all about that. Now the next one, it is given, no use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. So now the next one, as we can see that poet was standing near to the boy, but he says that no use to say, oh, there are other balls, because it is not about the ball, but it is all about the life, the loved ones that we have lost. So he says that there is no use of consoling the boy, that he will get another ball, okay, in place of that. Now an ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. Now the boy is really disappointed to see that the water has engulfed his prized possession. He is shaking with grief. He is trembling with fear. He is staring at the ball that has gone into the harbor. The ball that he had lost had a great value for him. In his life, that particular ball is irreplaceable, because it is not about the ball, it is about the life. So we cannot console, and we cannot replace it with some other one. The loss of the ball reminds him of his childhood days that has been lost in the harbor. So, and it is also a comparison, that the ball is a comparative of the childhood days, that his childhood days have gone. So he says that in this stanza it is said that he loses the ball, but it is no use of consoling the boy, and he is shaking with grief. He is really painful, it is really painful before him to see before him the ball gone into the water. So now it is given that how it is there with the life, that how can the boy's feelings on losing his ball be compared to human life. So now it is given that in human life the loss of a loved one is accompanied by a deep sense of grief, despair and helplessness. So now what he says, that the loss of any loved one, it is accompanied by a deep sense of grief, despair and helplessness. One feels so helpless when he loses his loved ones. The loss is totally irreplaceable and leaves a permanent void, permanent gap in his life. So this is all it is compared with the ball. Now you cannot console any person, because it is not just a matter of ball that is lost, but it is all about life. Okay, he has lost his childhood in that harbor. Next, harbor, it is given a place where ship load and unload goods. Young days, it is given trembling, shivering, and it is all the fixes, overpowers. Okay, ultimate shaking grief fixes. Fixes means that he is disappointed and he is shaking with grief. Okay, so the next one, I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. Now, as a child, he loses a ball. He says that I would not intrude on him. He is shaking with grief, he is in pain, but I would not interfere. I would not interfere in that. A dime is 10 cent pieces. It's a very small amount. Okay, okay, US, it's very cheap. So he says that he can buy another ball, but it is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. What responsibility? That he has to keep his belongings safely with him. So he senses his first responsibility in a world of possessions, ownerships. That when he has the ownership of something, so he must learn the responsibility of taking care of the things. He must realize what is his first responsibility in this world where people are busy in possessing things. So, what is his responsibility? He has to take care of his things. So, he does not want to interfere. He just make him understand that he just is looking from a far distant place, that his losing of the ball giving him a sense of responsibility. So now, which first responsibility of the boy in the poet talking about? What responsibility is talking about? He is talking about the responsibility of facing the grief associated with the loss of something dear and overcoming it in order to carry on with life. So we must understand that if we lose something, we are in grief. Okay, with the losing of things, we feel grieved, and we have to overcome it in order to carry on with life. Otherwise, we will always be in trouble. So this is there. Now the next one, it is given, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. The epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. So now it is given that people will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Okay, so people will take balls means that in this materialistic world many things would be lost. Okay, many of the belongings will be lost. Poet says the boy is learning how to withstand with the sense of loss, that we have to bear the losses, we have to understand, and no one can buy. Once a ball has been lost, no one can buy it. It can be replaced with, it can never be replaced. Life can never be replaced with other. Ball can be replaced. Once a ball has been lost, it can be replaced with another one. Here money is external. Money has no purpose. Money is not the purpose. Money is not the means. It can buy us ball, but not us the memories and emotions related to it. The boy with his hopeless eyes sees the nature of loss and thinks how to come out of that situation. He just thinks, he is desperate, he is painful, he is hopeless, and he is understanding the epistemology of loss. Epistemology of loss means knowledge. He is understanding that losses are a part of life, and we have to stand up, we have to bear the losses, we have to overcome the feeling of loss, and ultimately we must carry on. Okay, the poet says that one must learn to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. That is the truth of life. Epistemology, it is a Greek word which means knowledge, or to know, to understand. So it is there that we have to understand, we should move on. Okay, definitely many people in their life lose their parents or their other family members, but in spite of all that, it is the life, and we have to move on. Okay, we must not stop, and we must understand that it is there, and we must understand the epistemology, the knowledge of loss. Okay, so this is given. Now why can't no one buy a ball back? So it is there, the ball is not just a material object, It is the association of memories one has with any particular object. In this sense, a ball of memories can't be brought back. One can buy a ball, but one cannot bring back the memories which are associated with the particular person or the thing. So this is really irreplaceable. This is all about the poem. It makes us understand the epistemology of loss. We must understand, we must keep on moving in the life, we must stand up and move on after the loss, any kind of loss that we have bear in life. Yes. After that we are given the devices, poetic devices. It's first, it is a free verse. You can see in the whole poem no line rhyme scheme is followed or nothing is there, so it is a free verse. And secondly, metaphor for the lost ball. In the 8th line it is metaphor for lost childhood. Ball is a metaphor for life, so metaphor is prominently used there. Anaphora, I have already told you. Repetition is there, so many words are being repeated in the poem again and again in the line, so it is repetition is also there. Alliteration is used here in the poem. And with that there is one more is transferred epithet. Transferred epithet, it is in the desperate eyes. So desperate eyes, desperate is actually that boy who is sad, but here it is used for eyes. Okay, it is not the eyes of the boy that are sad, but it is actually the boy who is sad and his eyes are expressing that emotions on his face. So this kind of device is called transferred epithet, when any object is transferred to the other one. Okay, the boy's emotions are transferred to the eyes, desperate eyes. So this is transferred epithet. Okay, so if we look at the literal and metaphorical meaning of the poem, literal meaning क्या है? It gives a soulful picture of a little boy growing up and learning to deal with the loss of something that he held dear. Suppose it is the boy is understanding about the loss of the ball and he is understanding his first lesson of the loss. And if we look at the metaphorical meaning, so boy evolves around the story of mankind learning to deal with his grief associated with loss. Loss of something dear brings sorrow and depression in life, but life goes on. We must move on, we must continue with the life. So this is the metaphorical meaning of the poem. And if we look at the summary, so the boy loses his dearest possession, a ball, as it falls into the water. As the boy stands trembling with grief over his loss, the poet thinks that an offer of a dime or a new ball is useless. He feels that the boy is learning how to cope up with the grief of losing something and carry on it in life. He has understood the meaning of loss, but still has to stand up, be strong. This, according to the poet, is the most important lesson of life: how to stand up in face of loss and grief and then carry on with life. So this is all about that how through the boy, through his own life, actually he has given the example of his own life, that how after losing his father, how he struggled hard in life and he kept on moving and he ultimately won. He became famous poet and he won Pulitzer Prize. So this is all a great achievement on the part of the poet, and he has described his own life through this poem. So this is all given. And if we look at the central idea of the poem, so central idea, it is that we should cherish every moment of life. We should enjoy it. Life is really very short. The poet realizes that it is very difficult to deal with the loss, but it must be done. We should move on, as there is no use in wasting precious time and life. Okay, and if we look at the message of the poem, that the message is gain and loss, getting and losing, all are the essentials in the cycle of life. One should learn the epistemology of loss. Our childhood, with all its attachments and sweet memories, has gone forever and never come back again. We should not weep over the losses that we have suffered. Let's learn living and moving ahead in life, forgetting all inconsolable losses. So this is all the message, theme, summary everything we have discussed in detail. Okay, so with that, goodbye.